Joe Rulin, joined along with Jim Childs on this QCTV sports presentation. And tonight, it's a late matinee matchup between the three straight consecutive state champions in Class A, the Warroad Warriors, 7-1, taking on the Andover Huskies with a mark of 5-4. And Jim, tonight we got a matchup. The Huskies looking to get some juice going offensively.
Yeah, their incredibly tough schedule continues as they go against one of the top teams in Class A. And you're right, they're trying to get right as far as the Andover Husky standard. But they've been playing good hockey, and we'll see some good hockey tonight, good skating, as Warroad, one of those northern teams, comes up, and they definitely know how to move the puck, and they definitely know how to skate.
They come in with that mark of 7-1. Just last night, a big win over East Grand Forks by that same score, 7-1. In fact, they trailed 1-0 after that first period and scored 7 unanswered goals to take home the win. But certainly a goalie that they're going to have to contend with tonight for this Warroad team that we'll talk a lot about here in the upcoming moments. But when you talk to the coaching staff, they have one word for her, and that is focused, and that is Raleigh between the pipes.
Yes, Raleigh is Peyton Raleigh, excellent goaltender. We'll talk, her stats, 1.38 goals against, and, doing a very good job, 940 save percentage. But Andover's got a pretty good goalie as well, Claire Hills.
And she does. Hills comes in, impressive portfolio as well. A goals against of just .86, 4-3 mark. And again, last night in their loss to Benilde St. Margaret, she had stopped 22 of 24 shots. We're going to get things ready and drop the puck in just moments. But first, it's the national anthem. Warroad led by head coach David Izzy Marvin, head coach since 2006 with the Warriors, and he has led them to 3 consecutive three-peat state championships.
You think of Warroad, you think of the name Marvin, not only for the windows but also for the number of outstanding hockey players and outstanding hockey contributions they've given over the years up north.
And certainly has. He's got a first line that returning from last season's state championship, led by Reese, French, and Sandy. Combined last year, they put up 61 goals, and so far this year, 20 goals. And they'll be a tough line to contend with. Meanwhile, for Andover, led by Melissa Volk, impressive portfolio, over 200 wins in her career as well.
Yeah, and you think of Melissa, you talk to her, you look, she's still a young coach, and she's got over 200 wins, and she has done just such a great job of being consistent over the years and creating a really great culture on the ice.
Well, this is the first line getting it going tonight here for the Huskies. That top line tonight will be Thorson, Engler, and Christensen as they try to get that magic going from the past few years and state tournament trips as well. She's so poised as that coach. A 5-4 start, not at all what the Huskies are used to in the past, but understands it's temporary. And the key thing is they've been able to get it going, Jim. in that first period. They've outscored their opponents 25-12, but in the first period.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a drop-off. I don't know if it's a drop of intensity or they're just getting figured out on the second and third period. But this first period is absolutely their best period.
They have outscored opponents 14-3 in that first period. Off the draw in the black, moving right to left with the yellow trim. That would be the Warriors. In front now, behind, redirecting. There the Warriors trying to move it up ice. Stopped, pinched in right at the blue line. Just inside there, a nice play by Fensky. Fensky drops it deep. Some power coming out here. Engler to the far point over the Little. Little sends it down low. Deep into the Thorson. Thorson does a backhand. Unable to hold the zone that time was Little, chasing the Huskies back to their end of the ice. Just underway, first period. And of course, the Huskies coming off a tough loss last night by a score 2-1 to the Red Knights. They led 1-0 in that first period. That first goal scored by Engler just 2.5 minutes into that first period, but then 2 power play goals for the Red Knights in that second period gave them a 2-1 win. Back now near side, carrying in, giving some chase and chairs. Shelby Larson. She'll rig it along the boards, pinching in. Strong move by Mac Jones. Whistled back in, back behind, and covering up that time was Molly Clough, the freshman. Clough takes it back to the neutral zone, puts it on the stick of Jones. Jones tries to headman it there. A little disruption near center ice as both teams try to loosen up that puck, and it's sent in now by Warroad.
Yeah, Mac Jones, she's kind of the key that starts this engine. And there we just missed an outlet pass. We'll have an ice. We'll bring it back down. But Mac Jones is, going to Wisconsin, good size, and she is just an outstanding, fiery player out on the ice.
And she is big booming shot as well. And so far this year, 3 goals, 6 assists. Leading scorer has been Maya Engler, 7 goals and 5 assists. Number 11, who centers that top line for Andover. Working it up as Clough, far side there. Now Schreifels with it. Comstock stops it there and redirects.
Yeah, the one thing, you talk about Maya Engler. Now with Thorson on that line. Thorson is so good. Her hand-eye coordination and getting those tips out in front of the net. I look to see if that can maybe spark the Huskies tonight.
Rick Benedict forcing the Warriors back. There was Olivia Anthony trying to clean up for Warroad. Backhand, no look. Trying to move it up ice that time was Cal Brenner. Puts it on the stick now to Cynthia Rogers. Rogers to the corner, half wall, trying to get control there. Sent back behind. Schreifels will give chase there. And Andrews tries to help out now on the stick of Little. Breakout pass off the board. That's controlled to McQuaid. McQuaid tries to stick it over to Gertis. Disrupted and sent back deep. Little is there to pick it up. There's Thorson.
Little's like a security blanket. She is just so calm back there defensively. You see it one-on-one. She's just so good. Here comes the Huskies.
Driving it in, giving chase. Christensen tries to dig it out in the corner. That top line of both of these squads out there right now. Pass deflected out. And Christensen grabs control, and now the Clough will try to move it up ice. Puts it on the stick. This, again, a dangerous line here. Kicking it in. Trying to get something going. That second line of Heron, Hardwick, and Earhart now on. Gets a shot. Eludes a stick there in the high slot for the Warriors. And now back behind. They try to control a fast-moving first period. Approaching 13 minutes to play. Here in this opening period, a good glove save control there off the shot taken by Anthony.
Yeah, what we're seeing a little bit with the Huskies, their breakout pass, their initial pass is just not clicking. Either they've missed it or the Warriors have stepped into the lane and been able to, at least break it up. So see if something changes with that.
Off the face-off, controlled back by Andover behind the net. Pass by Jones up ahead, tipped and sent deep, now giving chase. No, they said it was tipped behind center ice by Olsen, and that will bring on the icing whistle.
Well, I tell you what, that was about as close as you can get. Looked like Olsen was right on the line, or not in front of it. So tough break for the Huskies.
Warriors last year had a record of 22-8 as they captured their third straight Class A state tournament, state champion win there for the, I call them the Road Warriors, because they've had such success on the road. This year undefeated when they're in visiting arenas.
They get a lot of time on a bus. Anytime they have a road trip other than going to Roseau, they are it's at least an hour.
They had a 5-2 win in the state championship last year against Dodge County. For that, Dodge County knocked off, surprisingly, an upset Orono last year in the semifinals. There's a wrister consumed into the midsection there and controlled by Peyton Raleigh, a junior goalie, 7-1 record this season.
Well, we're 12 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first, so 4 minutes and 30 have gone already, and that's the first shot for the Huskies, which is a little uncommon. But that first line got out there, had some good puck possessions, but didn't get it on net.
Both those third lines tonight out there as the Huskies try to center it off the face-off. McQuay goes all the way back out onto the stick here of Warroad. They try to race it down. Moving it up a little off the stick that time. Nice pass. Unable to control it that time. McQuay, it goes onto the stick of the D player, and now in the corner they're digging it out, trying to find a teammate here, racing out, and now that first center is Jaylee French now in for the Warriors. Last year 22 goals so far this season, 7 goals. She centers that top line. This will allow Reese and Sandy to get back out there and join their center on that line. Huskies now Engler back skates her way behind the net, sends an outlet pass, unable to control, and getting a clean outlet pass tonight thus far here in this first period has been a challenge, and apparently there as well for Warroad as we draw the icing whistle with 11:27 to play.
We've got some alumni in the house. We just saw Ella Berger walk past. Excellent freshman year at St. Thomas, and she continues to do the Huskies proud as a Tommy.
Yeah, she led the team in scoring as her freshman year, and then this year early, I know Brown has also been leading St. Thomas in scoring.
I think there's 5 or 6 Huskies on the St. Thomas.
Reese races out, gets through the defense. Mac Jones trying to corral the puck or her, but at the fair point here, now trying to send something back to the corner. And digging it out is Reese, that top line out, and that's what Mac Jones is dealing with right now. In front left, all alone, a wrister shot, save, and put it away. Point blank opportunity just below the dot as Kaya Sandy, 20 goals, or excuse me, a total of 6 goals so far this season.
Sandy was right there, and I think she was surprised how open she was just to get in there, but great job by Claire Hills to be able to corral that puck and jump on that rebound.
Yeah, she had time to get the puck dusted off and put the shot on, and a nice save by Hills to stay poised. Good square up location. Breakout now as the Huskies pick up the loose puck. That's carry in, and then the pass disrupted across the ice, attempted for Shelby Larson.
Hand pass. We'll bring it back down. Huskies just are not able to get the puck possession in the Warroad zone so far. We're to be able to gain any momentum.
Iceland Larson will draw her first varsity game here for the Huskies. Takes the draw, wins that face-off to Shelby Larson. Shelby's last name S-E-N, Iceland S-O-N for the Larsons.
So I could tell the way that you pronounce it. You could tell the difference between the email.
The pronunciation, absolutely. I was emphasizing that. Also, you get a look at Hannah Olsen trying to get at it. Raced out, now along the board, cross ice, and now on the stick of Hardwick. Hardwick will gain the line, send it in on a shot. Hillis has that. Claire Hills, an outstanding season. Thus far, the record doesn't indicate it, but certainly with the goals against the .86 makes that save and secures it.
You know, the amount of shots she's taken is uncommon. Usually you don't see the Huskies with that many shots on. She's got a .952 save percentage, 4 shutouts too, and So she's really had a good season and kept the Huskies in a lot of games.
Certainly an impressive win versus Edina. For Andover in that shutout for Hills. A 3-0 shutout versus Edina, last year's Class 2A state championship. Center in front, some deflection, traffic in front. Beautiful setup that time by Piper Andrews. Another shot from the near point, whistled just wide by Schreifels, trying to hold the zone, but Mac Jones needs to get possession to avoid a 2-on-1 breaking out. Missed pass, deflect, a backhand here by Gertis at the blue line. Broken up, and now bringing it back the other way. Some additional pressure with French. French has it removed off of her stick. Schreifels tries to take it in deep and pinching in. Now some follow-up coming away of McQuay. She cannot break away. Opportunity coming this way. Sandy moves in, goes a backhand shot. Save, beautiful save. Extends that stick, showed the backhand, then went showtime to the forehand. Did Kaya Sandy, and shut down, and Hills is spot on so far tonight.
Unbelievable way to stay with the puck and not the skater, and a great job by Hills.
She got in behind the defense, and again she had a look, plenty of time to dust off that puck one more time. And I'll tell you, Hills has been just stone strong between the pipes here so far tonight. 8.5 to play here in this opening period. No score as the Huskies will send it in on goal. Forcing a save there for Raleigh. Raleigh last year probably even more impressive here between the pipes. Deflects in front. Good setup that time by Christensen as they try to dial up a scoring opportunity. Thorson on the side of the net trying to dig it out in the corner. Meanwhile, Engler heads to the bench for a quick line change. Moving in, Larson one more time. Iceland forges and pushes it back behind the net. Huskies again continue to try to get some pressure moving here and see if they can go. Molly Clough in deep in the corner, deflected, no chance to pinch in, and now poke checked away nicely, that time by Shelby Larson at the blue line, and carrying in will be Mac Jones. Mac Jones with her shot. Any type of shot of hers on goal is always a benefit.
You're so right. That's a howitzer.
That it is. At the blue line, Hannah Olsen moves it in. It flops, it flutters, it goes behind the net. Gathered up now as Larson tried to control. Big blast this time near point, and a glove save by Raleigh.
Well, that's what the Huskies need to do. They need to get that puck on to Raleigh and just see if they can create some rebounds and some energy out in front of that net. Raleigh's a good goalie, but those Huskies can buzz.
Into the corner. Huskies try to dig it out. Earhart has it, fans on it. Just at the blue line. Good hustle by Iceland Larson. She sends it in deep, heads in for a line change back to the bench. Olsen continues to dig it out here. Now picked up by Earhart. She'll carry it. Aaron has a look following. Picked up just outside, now inside the blue line by Heron, and they're going to get our first whistle, first penalty of the game.
Yeah, I think that'll be Mac Jones going off. Don't know if it's a hook or an interference. We got a hook. So Mac Jones will go. That hurts not only the offense, but the power penalty kill too, because she's pretty solid now. Warroad comes in with a pretty solid penalty power play, 21.4%.
And meanwhile, for the Huskies on their penalty kill, 3 of 36 at a 92% clip. And on their PK, they also have 4 shorthanded goals so far this season when working that PK. But let's see, Wrench out there. She unleashes a blast just inside the blue line for French. Working back behind, now hustling over to control the puck far side. That time it was Comstock. Huskies wrestle it free, send it back length of the ice, and there's the speed of Engler trying to catch up to the puck. Gets it, takes it away. Great job and a forecheck on this penalty kill here for the Huskies. But coming out clean is Reese. Moves it up. That's diffused momentarily. Sandy sends it deep. Huskies give another chase back. And here comes McQuay. McQuay on the shorty with 1:12 left on the power play for this Warroad squad. They are looking to capitalize on the skater advantage here. Now trying to send it in and working it along. Gets the deflection inside around the goal mouth, and finally ricochet deflects. Going to get another chance as McQuay. Here she'll have a chance to pick it up and put a shot on. Tries to go short side, and that save is made. Beautiful job. Good speed there by McQuay. She's got to be about burnt on this penalty kill near the end of it. Working it again, Huskies. Good job, Olsen. Olsen works it back to McQuay. McQuay gets another wrister on, and 2 shots on goal during this penalty kill. And right at the blue line, McQuay working hard to disrupt the progress. Sealed off the defenders, and now she'll head to the bench.
Yeah, that was an excellent shift by McQuay. Boy, just good skating, and by Engler as well.
Thorson back here to pick up the loose change. She settles the puck, works it along the board, and sends this back the length of the ice. South of 5 minutes to play. Here in this opening period, Huskies have a fantastic penalty kill with a couple of good looks.
Really the best looks of the game so far.
Stepping in, trying to settle the puck. Not able to do so that time, Hardwick. The Huskies backhanded now at center ice, and back out on the ice there is McQuay. Both teams back at full strength. Andover. And there's Andrews trying to tie up the skater there with the Road Warriors as we get the whistle.
Well, I tell you what, if I'm Andover, I'm going to find Jayli French and make sure that she does not get off a shot. That shot from the point was pretty impressive. One of the harder shots probably in the state.
Yeah, just a sophomore. She centers that top line. 22 goals last year, 7 goals so far this season. She's 33 for her career. Breakout here beyond the reach of Christensen, so he'll give chase. Nice to get around Comstock. Comstock does a good job of wrestling that puck up the near board. Jones has it. As her pass deflected. Now here comes Thorson. Thorson sets it up. Shot from the dot. Deflected in front. The save is made by Raleigh. And sent back length of the ice on goal. And she will hold on to it. That's Hills to draw the faceoff. 3:39 to play here. First period, no score, but certainly some opportunities for both teams.
Yeah, you saw some good chemistry starting to come from this line of Engler, Christensen, and Thorson there. A little drop pass, waited for the screen, put on the shot on, and handcuffed Raleigh.
Thorson, some good poise when she's puck handling there. Shot initially off the pad, gets beyond the reach of Hills. She cannot bring that in. Huskies try to work it out, held at that far point by Warroad. Schreifels works it along the board. Haley now has it defensively for the Warriors. 7-1 this season. Picked up after a fluttering puck, steps in, and now a chance back in as the Warriors try to create some of their own pressure. They'll take it back out at neutral ice. Gain the line, Rogers with it there. Poke checked away. Andover has some numbers here. If they can bring it in and clean, they do. Shelby Larson, near side. Dangles, tries to put it short side. It's so close, but not in. Stuck between the post and the blade of the skate. What precision on that shot by Shelby Larson, who has a goal this season. I thought for sure you were going to see a rebound or something out there. Was such a meticulous window to pry it between there, and she found it.
Yeah, she certainly did, and a great job by Peyton Raleigh to just hold it in and not move and wait for that whistle.
Huskies win another faceoff, but now moving back again. Shots in, near side. Earhart tried to get a stick on it, but now it's picked up at center ice by Hardwick. She'll bounce a puck on goal to Hills, and Shots getting a little bit more even here as we get close to 2.5 minutes to play in this opening period, Jim.
A lot of congestion in that in the neutral zone as both teams try to get some momentum through there. And it just seems like there is every passing lane seems to be filled.
These two teams have met twice. Huskies have a 2-0 win in the lead, in that series. Their last meeting happened back in 26. Shot here, deflects, loose puck in front, into blue, trying to poke, trying to pot. A good block by Hills, and now the puck is just plain loose. Finally skating out, and with it now, Andover will try to reciprocate. Gertis dumps it deep. So, heck of a skirmish that took place there. So I mentioned Huskies won 8-4 in their last meeting. That was in 22-23. Now keep in mind, that was the last loss of the season for Warroad. And that was up in Warroad, a beautiful facility.
Yes.
They went on to win their last 7 games, and that included winning their 2nd consecutive state championship at that time. So the Huskies, good things happen sometimes from a loss.
Absolutely.
That got him going. Now here comes Engler with a wrister. That line really starting to get some magic going between Christensen, Engler, and Thorson, and tried to go 5-hole to beat Raleigh. Not successful.
Yeah, well, Dave Marvin, since 06, he's taken this team to the state tournament 13 times. 9 times he's made to the state championship.
Off the face-off, deflected in front there. Thorson on a beautiful setup. Got the stick on it, but even a better save by Raleigh. Christensen over the little puts a wrister, and that slithers by the post. Exciting play here, back the other way. Here comes J-Lee French. She's trying to set a backhand to a line mate. Sandy here. Wrister, glove save, fashion to leather. Hashtag FTL there by Hills. Great pressure on both ends, and French wanted to get that centering backhand pass to a teammate earlier, but the defense did a great job.
Yes, that was Courtney Little again. She is, like I said, she is so calm back there, and seems to take the right angles, and was able to help defuse that pretty quickly.
Face-off, good win there needed for the Huskies. It's Jones. Works it back up along. Had it there to Larson. Her pass hits a skate. Shelby Larson once again resets. A backhand by Schreifels. Too much and too strong. Up that far side for a teammate, and that was to Iceland Larson. Singling it back around. Now almost out, but deflection, fluttering puck. A bouncing puck now that eludes the blue line, and the Huskies get possession. Send it right back in, and Hannah Olsen with the puck hunt. 30 seconds left in this opening period. No score from two teams that certainly know how to put the puck in the net. Pirouette there, sealing off the defense. Olsen puts it on the stick of Schreifel. Schreifel's wrist ones on that snipe. Just misses. Here's Jones trying to line one up. Gets it across, puts a wrister on. Olsen right on the doorstep trying to knock it free. Moving in, shot here. Not everything on it. It floats between the pads. And a beautiful puck movement there by the Huskies. Some even better goaltending by Raleigh.
Yeah, really, you watch it. Olsen over there, able to wrestle that puck away, and Scherfeld's again with the shot. McQuay is right there along with Gertis, just waiting for that rebound. Great, good shift right now by the Huskies.
You can see Schreifels was dropping below the dot for a good look. Controlling Mac. Jones puts the shot on, gets a deflection. Huskies on the doorstep, but a save is made as time expires here at the end of this first period. And wow, what action up and down, Jim, and goose eggs as you get a look at that last attempt.
Yeah, and you can see the Huskies crash in the net. Good defense by the Road Warriors, the Warroad Warriors, and 14-11 shots. That increased dramatically in the last 2 minutes. So good period for both teams.
Both coaches obviously have to be happy with that performance here in period number 1. We have no score here on QCTV in a late matinee matchup between two high-class, high-ranked state teams in both Class 2A and Class A. It's Warroad and Andover. Second period will be coming your way in a moment.
According to the U.S. Department of Justice, an average of 24 people per minute are victims of rape, physical violence, or stalking by an intimate partner, totaling more than 12 million people in the United States every single year. Domestic, sexual, or relationship violence is never your fault, and everyone deserves a relationship free from violence. The advocates at Alexandra House know that abuse comes in many forms, and that any behavior used to control, intimidate, or cause fear is abusive. If you or someone you know needs help, we're here to listen with confidential support 24/7, 365 at 763-780-2330 or visit alexandrahouse.org.
On Tuesday night, the Huskies hosted the Edina Hornets, last year's state champions, Class 2A. The Huskies put some pressure on early, and as well, Edina tried the attempt as well. Here's the first goal of the game for the Huskies. A wrister from Mac Jones, near corner, and flipped it over the top on a deflection. Christensen scores that first goal. Huskies, second period, try to counter in. Little flash, quick move, denied. Here's a shot, far point, gets the rebound. Where's the rebound? It's on Thorson's stick, and she buries it just under the crossbar with a little sizzle and a little swag, and the Huskies are up 2-0 after two complete. More pressure again, and it continues the electric play, trying to force some pressure, and the Huskies turn that away. This late in the game, toe drag, a little drop step and pass, converts on the snipe, and a goal by Olsen. The Huskies win 3-0 over Edina. They move now to 10-3 overall against the Hornets. Minnesota State High School boys opening game here of the season tonight, and the Rogers Royals scored early in that first period to take a 1-0 lead. The goal by Mason Jensen on his way to Ohio State, and his 40th career goal of his career, and puts Rogers up 1-0 after one complete period. Huskies continue to pressure to try to tie it up in that second period and turn it away. A good look here. Huskies that for a moment thought they had in fact tied it up, but this goal was waved off, and it stayed 1-0 in favor of Rogers. Rogers continued their way. This team, pure speed. Good look here. Cash, Pruitt, as good as money. Tops three good-looking shots there, and held to just a 1-0 lead as we went to this third period. Early in the third, buzzing in front of the net. There's a look, and Keaton Weiss tallies on the deflection, gets it by Pruitt, and they now have a 2-0 lead. Late in the third, a chance here. A shot here from the point by Rogers. Continues deflection. Picked up, loose change, buries it. Makes a deposit back of the net. Camden Langley cuts that deficit now to 2-1. A chance with a power play late in that third period. Unable to convert. Rogers takes home a 2-1 lead. 2-1 win on the season opener for both squads.
Season opener for the Anoka Tornadoes at the Anoka Area Ice Arena on Tuesday night. And look at this highlight reel goal. Landon Lafferty takes skill to score on that kind of shot. 1-0 Tornadoes, 11-minute mark of the first period. Mortensen got the assist, and that was the only goal scored in that first period. Lafferty enjoying the excitement. Princeton had some chances in that first period, but it was 1-0 Anoka after one. We went to the second period just 19 seconds in. Here comes Teddy Michulis, showing that he can shoot the puck from outside the circle. A laser up on the far side over the blocker. 2-0 Tornadoes, 19 seconds in. Mortensen again with the assist, and then came this play. Aiden Soley called for a 5-minute major on the boarding. That opened the door for Princeton and their high-scoring winger. That's Lane Olson. Not one, but 2 goals on the power play. One 5-on-3, the other 5-on-4 on the major. Here's the second one. He scored 35 goals last year, and he's off to a hot start. And just a little tip, a little tease here. He wasn't done. He scored 2 there to make it 2-2. Going to the third, another early one here by Michulis, as he would score off a block, got the puck, and then fired it past the goaltender Roth. Michulis, a minute 7 in, power play goal for Anoka. They're up 3-2. And then here's another one by Olsen. That was after Nedlin has scored it on a wraparound backhand at 15:06 for Anoka that made it 4-2. Olsen scoring, completing the hat trick for Princeton, but it wasn't enough, as it's Anoka 4, Princeton 3. Anoka at 1-0. Princeton starts 0-2 here on the season.
Ball at Andover High School. It's the Cardinals traveling north. In the first half, Callie McGrane with a nice step back, but the Huskies were strong in the paint in the first half. Logan Miller, tons of points in the first half, and then as the half is winding down, Annika Olsen drains from three-quarters court, gives the Huskies a 19-point lead. An absolute dime from behind the logo. In the second half, more Huskies. Ellie Fields off the inbound. She hits a 3. She was in double digits scoring. Here she's showing off the defensive prowess. Puts it on the floor, lays it up and in, causing her own offense with some defense. Cardinals trying to claw their way back in. It's Rochelle Cooper hitting the triple from the outside. Then Cooper, she does it on the floor, works around. Nice Euro there. Rochelle getting through traffic. Huskies defense was strong tonight. Abigail Bagali gives off for Izzy Grant. Easy layup. The defense for the Huskies played tough all night. Jakaya Palmer, soaring hook shot through the lane, but it's the Huskies too strong. 72-35. Happy Thanksgiving. Both teams back after the break.
Did you know that every day, millions of children around the world go to bed hungry? At Feed My Starving Children, we're working hard to change that. But we can't do it alone. We need your help. It's a fun, rewarding, and impactful way to spend your time. Plus, it's something you can do with friends, family, or even your coworkers. Ages 5 and up and all abilities are welcome. We take care of you every step of the way, from greeting you at the door, increasing your understanding of the impact of world hunger, to specific volunteer roles. We're here to serve you. And together, we'll celebrate the powerful impact you've made in less than 2 hours. So join us at FMSC Coon Rapids and be part of something bigger than yourself. Find more details and sign up for a volunteer slot at fmsc.org/volunteer. Together we can feed every child until all are fed.
Today, we're at Ginny Bites, a Southern-inspired bakery located in the heart of downtown Anoka. Oh hey look, here's Ginny herself,
Welcome to Ginny Bites.
aka Virginia Loudon.
I feel like what I bring to Anoka is just more of that home-cooked, from-scratch vibe. It's not showy, it's not flashy, but like if you were to go sit down at the table with your grandma and have a cup of coffee in the South, you know, she's gonna bring you out this fresh baked slice of pie or a delicious bar that she's just whipped up.
I was overwhelmed with the selection at Ginny Bites, but I knew I had to try a few things. So I opted for the tomato soup cake, more on that later, and the Nutella stuffed chocolate chip cookie. Virginia pretended to hand it to me, but she actually doesn't do that. Instead, she wraps it up nice in this newspaper wrapping. I could not wait to dive into this thing. I mean, look at the majestic Nutella pull. This thing was delicious, but I'm going to need to walk around the block a few times after eating this. So while I do that, let's check in with Virginia to learn more about Ginny Bites, as well as touching on that tomato soup cake.
It is just like an old school Southern grandma trick. You would use a can of Campbell's tomato soup in the cake and it keeps it nice and moist, gives it a really cool color. And I have people question me about it all the time. They're like, what? And honestly, if I didn't tell you what it was and you took a bite, you'd think it was pumpkin cake, but wonder. When I was a kid, my school years I spent in Minnesota and my summers I spent in Louisiana with my mom. So the second she'd pick us up to drive us down to Louisiana, we'd have either a Yoo-Hoo or a Big Red, and that was summer, right? So when I started trying to bring my vision to life, I wanted to bring as much Southern style, not only fun beverages, but products in general. And so a lot of the things that I sell here are either made in Louisiana or in the South in general, and kind of fit my vision for what I wanted to bring. Things that you can't find anywhere else in town, and that, again, you might not have seen since you were a kid, or maybe never.
Ginny Bites also takes special requests and special orders, so be sure to reach out. Thanksgiving is on the way, folks, and Ginny Bites can help with those pie and cake orders. Ginny Bites also sells their own special spices and seasonings.
I would say that Ginny Bites is a little slice of Louisiana in the heart of Anoka, Minnesota.
Hey, stop in and browse their delicious bakery counter, stay for the Southern-inspired items, and be sure to check their lunch specials as they rotate often.
In a world where physical health often takes the spotlight, it's easy to overlook an equally important aspect of our well-being: mental health. Yet despite its significance, mental health is often stigmatized, misunderstood, or simply neglected. From creating awareness to offering education and community wellness grants, to hosting our annual 5K walk for mental wellness, the Mental Wellness Campaign for Anoka County is creating a community where mental health is as important as physical health. Let's break the silence, erase the stigma, and prioritize mental health. Together, we can create a world where everyone feels supported, understood, and empowered to live their best lives. The Mental Wellness Campaign for Anoka County, your mental health matters.
We're doing enough. Yeah,
Welcome back here to the Andover Community Center. Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs as we get ready to begin period number 2, but certainly period number 1, Jim, certainly didn't go without some of those scoring opportunities. Shots on goal, 14-11 in favor of the Huskies, and the Huskies had some good looks here before the end of that first period.
They certainly did. You know, we looked up and, you know, to be honest, they were down at one point like 5 shots to 2 shots. And they came back, and with a flurry, maybe we've got a recap. We can take a look at our first period action. And Huskies, you know, right off the bat did a nice job on that first shift. But really, the big difference was Claire Hills.
Hills came up strong. What about that move? A good shot by Shelby Larson. She pried it right between the skate and the post. And then the Huskies, again, near the end of that first period, threatening to score. Also, a couple of great opportunities. One on a breakaway by Kaya Sandy, captain on the squad, one of the captains, and she had a breakaway opportunity. That was snuffed and turned away by Hills. And then Sandy earlier, a shot on that power play opportunity where she was given a dime low in the slot, had plenty of time to dust off the puck and put a shot on, and Hills made that save.
Yeah, it actually both goalies really did a nice job. You can see that one shot by Cheryl's, and, you know, Hills a couple of times, nice glove saves, and you know, this tonight is going to be about the goaltenders, and you know, we've spoken off the air between periods. This may be a 1-0 game.
You can hear the buzzer. That's going to indicate a start to drop the puck at period number 2. This kind of a pivotal time, Jim, for this Warroad team and for Andover. Andover has had a lot of success in that first period this season. The second period has been kind of menacing for them, as they have been outscored by 3 goals in that second period, but not the case for this Warroad team.
No, this is really their best period. 18 goals for 18 goals for against, and we'll see if the Huskies can stop the storm of the Warriors.
Well, last year the Warrior team, again, state championship team, they outscored their opponents 112-51, but it was on February 2nd, and it was a 3-1 win versus Gentry Academy when they stacked 7 wins. I'm telling you, there's something about those 7 wins. You get a look here at the Class 2A rankings right now, and the Huskies in that top 10 at 5-4.
Lost to Centennial. That's the first time since January 30th of 2018 since they've lost a Northwest Suburban Conference game. And we're ready to go. Hill Murray, they'll take on Hill Murray next week. That'll be a nice game as well. That's a pretty powerful unit there. Lost to Minnetonka, beat Edina, and you know, they play all the, you know, lost last night in a close one to Benilde. They've got Moorhead coming up. The schedule that Andover has is just, you know, unbelievable.
4-7 is the scoring differential. As the Huskies outscored in the second period so far this season by a 3-goal margin. But here's a look here for Warroad as they recircle in their own end and then deposit that puck right into the Huskies bench. We mentioned it about the 7. Well, last year, 2 years ago, when the Huskies went up north to beat Warroad in Warroad by a score of 8-4, they put together a 7-game win streak after that loss and inspired them, and then they took home a state championship. Last season, February 2nd, they beat Gentry Academy, and that was the start as they stacked 7 total wins and took home another state championship. So hence, I won't let that go about that number 7. But we're back
is heaven, right?
Deflected here on the shot attempt. Moving it back out again. This squad here for Warroad packed some power offensively and also between the net as that first line is off. But the Huskies' first line still on. A drop pass attempt that time by Christensen was picked up as Thorson was cutting and zigzagging, or excuse me, another way there. Or Engler behind the net, working it up off the glass, pinching in. This goes just beyond the blue line. Circling back again, trying to settle the puck and move it in is Larson. Iceland Larson getting her first varsity start. here tonight for the Huskies. Looking pretty good as she centers that line with Hannah Olson. That's the second line, and Shelby Larson. Molly Clough tangled up. Carrying it in. Here comes Larson again. Against the board. Both teams kind of exchanging the puck in the near scrum situation. This one leaks out beyond Mac Jones, not far enough to draw the whistle for an ice, or it is. 15-12 to go.
Like the energy coming out of the locker room by the Huskies. They have been on the attack the first minute and 38 seconds so far. Good to see that, or 48 seconds, I should say. My Moorhead math is off on that one. But
well, we talked about and saw those Class 2 rankings as we started this period. Class 1A rankings currently has Warroad as the number 4 ranked team. Number 1 is Dodge County, who they defeated last year in the state championship for the win, followed by the Academy of Holy Angels and Orono. Circling back, here comes McQuay, and McQuay tries to toe drag, now goes right on the doorstep, and a shot that's redirected over the top, and Raleigh there, good pressure, coming right back it again, setting up a backhand by Little, misses the target. Another backhand by McQuay out in front is picked up on the defensive stick that time by Warroad. They'll send it late to the ice, and the Huskies, they are coming out buzzing here in the second period.
They certainly are, and the fact that they're getting the puck on the net and just creating those opportunities, trying to get a mismatch and get Raleigh out of position. Great start for the Huskies here in period number 2.
Set up and ready for this face-off is going to be French. That first line back out there again. Huskies win this draw, but first to the puck, or near it, Warroad as they tried to take control. They'll skate out free of the zone, a pass off the glass, trying to get it to Reese. Reese on a race there with Schreifels. Schreifels gets a backhand near side, and now a breakout attempt by Andover. Picked up by McQuay. She digs for it and has it. Cross the grain. Now looking at good stick work, then poke checked away. Holding the zone. Here comes Little. A wrister. Traffic in front. And a save is made again by Raleigh.
Well, the confidence that McQuaid has right now is you could see it on the ice. She's skating well. Just missed pulling that puck back on a little toe drag and gets out in front of Raleigh as Little left a shot to go went right on. Nice shift by McQuaid.
You mentioned this year Raleigh with a mark of 7-1 and the goals against of 1.38 and 1 shutout. Last season she had a goals against of 1.57. Another ice whistled here. She played in 30 games, logged 1,360 minutes, had a record of 19-8. Did Peyton Raleigh. And again, that goals against of 1.57. 4 shutouts on the season as she was between the pipes for that state championship. Focused is certainly a word that represents her skill level and execution level, because on the doorstep, boy, she's had a couple of pucks that have almost gotten by, but she stays poised. Racing, and now Schreifels with a big blast from that far point. Battling for it near the point back again. Huskies pick it up. Good pressure. Good forechecking. There's a wrister by Christensen, and that's gathered, and no rebound available by Raleigh.
You just feel good when you see number 2 out in front of that goal. Just trying to redirect some pucks with Ella Thorson out there. Nice shot by Christensen to put that one on to Raleigh again. I really feel, I mean, this is the best the Huskies have looked so far tonight.
Came in, did Warroad, outscoring their opponents 38-12. And Jim, you mentioned it as we started the second period. They've outscored their opponents 18-4 in the second period. A backhand no-look pass, a little too long, just beyond the reach there for Reese. Huskies get it along there. Jones with a backhand. Now Larson flutters it ahead in an attempt to get it to Shelby Larson. Larson trailing on the play, picks it up, drops it, top of the face-off circle, zigzagging now the Huskies, and Fensky to the far point. Jones there to Hannah Olson. Her backhand is disrupted, and it's sent back beyond the blue line. And the Huskies and Fensky are tracking back in their end to try to bring it back up ice again. Poke checked off the stick of Larson onto Jones' stick, and she whistles one wide of the mark. Tried to go low side. Reciprocating the pressure. Here comes Jaylee French. She dives for it to get to that puck first and puts the shot on, forcing the save by Claire Hills.
Well, Olsen with the pressure to get to French. That hurried the shot on, and good decision by Hills to hold on to it. See right here, Hannah Olsen just hustling to get to that puck.
Off the face-off, seeing it clearly there. Hills on a great save after the shot there taken just inside the blue line by Markowkow. Markowkow that time. Vivian, 2 goals this season. Controlling back behind, trying to move it along. Again, there's Kalbrenner losing it to the Huskies. The Huskies now have a chance to work it up in Andrews. Redirect it back out. Schreifels. Hedmanson puts it off the stick that time of McQuay. She'll get to the corner first. Look to pass in the corner. She's now bracketed defensively. Huskies still get it free, and there's McQuay. Tries to center, puts it between the skates of Jurtis that time. Didn't have the stick down, but a nice centering pass that time by McQuay. 11 and change, stretch pass up to the blue line. That's Andrews, who's going to be forced to recircle. When she does, she runs across a lot of black uniforms, and now Earhart will carry it in and put a shot on. That's deflected. Shot does not make it past Schreifels into the corner. On the near side, here's Andrews again, who will start it out, and I'll tell you, a great job here by Warroad. There's no easy outs for Andover. There's not. You try to put together 2 passes, and they're disrupting any momentum coming out of your own end.
Well, they just add a lot of congestions right in that neutral zone, and
French loses an edge. There to help pick up Anthony defensively, but then put on the stick of Christensen, and she's knocked to the ice. Thorson trying to apply a little pressure, circling around, cycling. And now she'll get to the puck. You could tell she was going to get her stick on that puck somehow. Thorson to the corner, sends it right back to a trailing teammate. I think that was Christensen. Back again, this first line is out there, and they're applying some pressure. A wrister goes over the top of the goal, deflected, and trying to clear. Good job to hold the zone. This shot from that far point by Andover hits a stick. And now Karen back up. First line still buzzing out there, as Christensen sends it back half up the wall, trying to leave it there for Engler. Thorson, backhand again, tries to prevent that puck from coming out, and now controlled and picked off the stick that time. Nicely played, a stick off of Reese. Back to center ice again, still with it. Long shift here, Christensen dropping it off. Mac Jones unleashes a laser, and that rising wrister goes over top of the goal. A good look, good setup again, now cutting in. Hannah Olsen comes in and fires a shot off the pads to the far point. Mac Jones flutters it to the corner. Hannah Olsen again in front. Lot of pressure here for the Huskies. Lot of quick touches and some good looks. Hannah Olsen bothered back behind the goal. Now to Shelby Larson. She sends it out front, and now it's on the stick. Coming back the other way here for the Warriors. That was Rogers. Unleashed it quickly back, trying to center. A gap there, getting back in time. Hills to make the play, and we are seeing 2 superb goalies on display tonight here at the Andover Community Center.
Well, I don't know if Hills knew how many Warriors were already down there. She stops the puck and basically puts it on the stick of Lawrence, and
they essentially had a line meeting just atop the blue, and had a look there. She gets back to disrupt again, both teams.
Huskies very fortunate on that.
Absolutely. Kicking it back, Little. Starts it up ice. Give and go back from McQuay. Back to Little. She'll carry in. Tries to center. Loose puck. There's Andrews. Andrews cannot get a stick on it. Well defended there by the Warroads. That's right, the Warroad Road Warriors. They have such success on the road. It's perfect this season. Last season, 11, 2-1 on the road. We get the ice with 8:18 to go. And boy, are we getting some great hockey on display here tonight as Andover trying to go, kind of shift things up, trying to close up and finish some of those shifts with some goals as French takes this faceoff against Gertis. Huskies have it near side. They were trying to get it, and it's not a fluttering puck. It goes to McWay, and she finally gets there, but it's knocked away by Raleigh. A good, nice little saucer puck pass ahead by Gertis. Back again near side. Here's Little. Little sends it back behind the 9. Little in the corner. One-timer cannot connect to Andrews. It goes all the way back, and Hills will come out and put it on the stick of Schreifels. 7.5 to play in this. A second period. We're beyond the midway mark of this matchup. The number 4 ranked team in Class A. Winners of the last 3 state championships for Class A. Warroad Warriors. In the corner, Schreifels defensively gets there first. Now Thorson's going to come over. She picks it up. She's got some intuition and intel on how to read that puck. There's a wrister by Schreifels, goes to the side of the net, hits the board and back, and Mac Jones now has control of the puck. Moving it back up, Kelbrenner tried to get it off us. Kelbrenner that time trying to disrupt. Now back again, trying to get it back. There's that first line back out there for the Huskies. Engler in that corner. Kelbrenner again comes over to help out, but the Huskies take it to the opposite corner. Now in front is a pass, shot, save off the shoulder. Good setup by Thorson to Christensen. Off the shoulder and a save by Raleigh. Here's a rocket that goes over the top. And
that was a goal.
What a laser. That was a snipe from Mac Jones that went so quick in and out of that goal. The officials caught it, got it, rang it up. A goal, and the Huskies go up 1-0 with 6:39 to play in this second period, and they had been buzzing for a while.
Man, that is what you want to see. If you're the Andover Huskies, you want to see Mac Jones right at the point, ripping shots, and that one was beautiful. It hits the twine behind Raleigh, and that is a true Andover goal right there.
That was coming up at such a clip. She has that rising wrister, and that one was just under the crossbar. And it didn't, if it would have hit the post, you would have definitely heard that. In fact, it would have rang and pierced their ears. But that thing was in and out. It was like going to Wisconsin. You get in, you get out. And they pop it in. Goal 1 there for Mac Jones and for the Huskies. 6:20 to go, and Coach Volk has them buzzing here tonight. This is an excellent Warroad squad. Mac Jones, goal number 3 on the season. That's an even strength goal. And with Raleigh between the pipes, even though Andover was certainly on the move and buzzing, they weren't sure they were going to get one by her. Under 6 now to play as the Warroad Warriors try to apply their own pressure here. Comes in now. Here's Engler. A shot. She scores. 5-hole. Snaps off a wrister. And Engler leads the team in goals scored. Gets her 8th of the season. And the Huskies have jumped out now to a 2-0 lead here. 2 even strength goals with 5:50 to play here in the second period.
Yeah, nice job. 30 seconds later, Engler with the score. I was going to just let you know that you can see right here, she skates in and she gets right on the top of the circle and then rips another wrister and gets past Raleigh. A little shell-shocked right now, I think the Warroad Warriors are.
Andover's outshot Warroad 24-14 here in this game, and for the period they've outshot Warroad by a 10-3 margin. Here's a wrister far side. Thorson gets the assist. as well as Christensen for that first line. Huskies race back here. There's Little trying to move it up, perches it up there, settles. Huskies, they're buzzing right now as Olsen goes to the corner, controls, tries the center. They are trying to put as many shots, I think, on goal right now. You got it. One of the top goalies in the state with Peyton Raleigh between the pads. There's a deflection that was up in the high slot by Sheldon Larson that deflects back to the corner off of her skate. Trying to clear, holding his own, far point. Trifles is going to draw up a wrister here on the doorstep, scores! The Huskies pick up the loose change and deposit it back of the net. Piper Andrews, perhaps.
I think that was Iceland.
It is Iceland.
Yeah, Iceland Larson.
First game, first varsity game for Iceland Larson. She's centering that second line, and she picks up the loose change. A lot of traffic. Initial shot comes in on the doorstep. She gets that stick down and buries the backhand, and the Huskies suddenly up now 3-0 as they've scored 3 goals in the last 4 minutes.
I think Taylor Schreifels will get the assist on that. I think that shot came from the point from Schreifels.
Schreifels again, she's been snapping some wristers. That time it looked like it knuckled as the goalie Raleigh made contact into the corner. Huskies win the faceoff and continue to apply the pressure. They have strung together 3 consecutive unanswered goals in a matter of about 3.5 minutes here in the second period. Now carrying in, trying to reciprocate the pressure. Much needed there. Lawrenson behind. Can't control or sustain possession. Huskies on the far side have it here. Look for a little toe drag, put some pressure, and kick to the head. There's McQuay, as the Huskies have certainly hit the switch here in the second period as we're under 4 to play. Into the corner now, once again out front. Looking for another shot on, and this time Fensky puts that shot on, and the save is made by Raleigh.
Yeah, you know, you talk about trusting the process. The results will come if you trust the process. The Huskies came out in the second period and have really not changed anything. They just got better results towards the end as they have trust their processes and put pucks on net. Excellent right now. This has been an excellent period for the Huskies.
Face-off control. Again, that's been another key. They've been winning more face-offs here in this second period. Rustin again and again. You're seeing the Huskies have avenged their poor second period performance this year thus far, shall I say, as they had been outscored 4-7 in the second period. Now tied that at 7-7 on second period performance. Meanwhile, you're seeing a Warroad team that has just essentially dominated teams in that second period this year, 18-4. As Huskies here applying pressure, poke checked away there. I was on the stick of Herrick, and Huskies certainly trying to hold that first line in check, no pun intended, but the first line of Reese, French, and Sandy for Warroad. Last year they totaled 61 goals. So far this season, 20. With 2:40 to play, we'll get a face-off all the way back into the Road Warriors end of the ice.
You know, you've spoken a little bit about the times that you had that the Huskies went up and beat Warroad 8-4. The next day, Andover drove to Moorhead, which is another 5 hours, and beat the Spuds, which was an up-and-coming team, 5-0. Ended up coming in as a runner-up as they lost to Gentry Academy.
Schreifels sustains it, puts that shot on, kicks now back again. Huskies feel like they've got the formula here as they have been bursting. Some great speed, displaying that quickness, and now here comes Warroad. Back again. They'll try to set it up. There's that top line, whistled for the offside. Sandy went a bit wide, and on that far wing they crossed in about a stride ahead, bringing that offside whistle. 2:15 to play. And you're right. I'll tell you, the team bus, you talked about it across, also with the assistant coach, Layla, for Warroad before the game. How many miles that team bus must put on?
Well, they keep a very competitive schedule, and it shows when it comes to tournament time.
Andrews has dropped a pass there, puts the wrister wide of the mark. Huskies not giving up by any means. They continuing to go full throttle here in the second period and have really played downhill throughout. Their 3 goals have come within about 3 minutes and 30-second differential. Shot just goes wide. Willis gets a stick on it, leaves it there for Schreifels. She sends it across to the next corner over to Mac Jones. This puck is tipped. It goes beyond the line. We're going to get an offside. I think that pass initially was intended for another Huskies on the near side, but
well, it's been about 10 minutes since Warroad has put a shot on goal. They've only got 3 shots so far this period. It's pretty close in the first period, 14-11. This period, 13-3 in favor of the Huskies.
Huskies again playing in that Northwest Suburban Conference. Currently the #1 team in the state. Centennial from that Northwest Suburban Conference. Right now you're seeing Warroad trying to pepper some pressure. But of course the Greater Minnesota Conference, also a very challenging conference in which Warroad plays. And last year, Jim, Warroad finished 5th in the conference with a record of 4-5 and still went on to win the state tournament.
Well,
what does that say about that conference and the toughness?
Well, you've got Moorhead, you've got Thief River, East Grand Forks, the Green Wave. They seem to always have a challenging team. Roseau.
Absolutely. Skating out now in possession, trying to gain the line, moved off the puck. Hardwick that time, and here comes Thorson. Thorson across the line, sets up offensively here, puts a pass across. Loose change here, picked up. A wrister goes through. A lot of traffic, including Hannah Christensen in front of Raleigh. The Huskies are going to get whistled for a penalty. That's Thorson. Might be whistled for a slash here, and that will give Warroad their first run on a power play here this evening. Started this afternoon, now into the evening. And Thorson takes the gate with 13 seconds left here in the second period.
Oh, you've had an excellent period so far. Don't let a penalty bring you down. They had a good kill in that first period. See if they can stay on that intensity that they've had this period.
Warroad, certainly success as well on the power play this season. We'll get to that as we return for that second period. Moving to the corner, tied up, and we are at the end of 2 complete. And whoa, Nelly, what a second period for the Huskies as they made some adjustments in the line, and it's like they calibrated, and it all kind of came in vision and execution in that second period.
Yeah, 3 goals. Mac Jones, Maya Engler, and Iceland Larson, all 3 scoring. So that 4 goals that they've scored in 9 games, well, add 3 more to that. Pretty impressive period.
And as the Huskies lead this series, they've chosen this is just their 3rd meeting ever. The Huskies have won the first 2, trying to make it 3-0, which the score is right now. And that's the series between these 2 squads. Joe Rulon along with Jim Childs. 3rd period for this exciting matchup is coming your way here on QCTV. Do not go away.
Hi, I'm Julie Trude, the Vice President of the ABC League of Women Voters. Today's program is titled Fighting Domestic Violence. We have Anoka County Sheriff Brad Wise and Anoka County Attorney Brad Johnson here to explain to us how does Anoka County handle domestic violence cases.
Cold weather can be frightful, but the winter events that Champlin has planned are certainly delightful. Hey, let's check in with the new Winter 2024 edition of the Champlin Chronicle. Mayor Ryan Sabas starts each issue with his Mayor's Corner section. Hey, and just a friendly reminder to check out his monthly Lunch with the Mayor segment that can be found right here on QCTV. The first big winter event in Champlin is the Christmas at the Crossings. Champlin's Christmas at the Crossings will be held on Friday, December 6th from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Champlin, Mississippi Crossings Event Center. For the full list of events, check out Champlin's Facebook page, and you can also check in on this edition of the Champlin Chronicle. The Frostbite 500 Trout Ice Fishing Contest returns on February 8th. The event runs from 8 to 11 a.m. Get ready to register for this annual event on January 7th. Registration will be open at 10 a.m. on Champlin's website. Hey, if you're looking to get out and get some fresh air, Expedition Yeti returns on January 30th. Stay tuned to Champlin's website and its social media pages for info on this family-friendly event coming soon. All this and much more can be found in the brand new edition of the Champlin Chronicle. For coverage on upcoming Champlin events, be sure to stay tuned to QCTV.
So Grinch, if you could, with all your sassiness, come on over here. All right, if everybody wants to do a countdown, we can start at 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the best day of my life! Happy holidays, Andover! Did you see the tree light?
Did you see her turn on the tree?
That was so fun!
Hi, my name is Nicole Kronzer, and I'm the author of this book, The Roof Over Our Heads. The Roof Over Our Heads is about a boy named Finn, who is from a very theatrical family, and his family, they're like caretakers of this enormous historical home, which I totally based on the James J. Hill House in St. Paul. So if you've been to the Hill House, if you read this book, you'll totally know where it takes place. So the plot of the book is that the roof starts leaking, and the family's going to have to, vacate the house. The owners want to sell the house. And so what they do is they gather up all their friends, and they dress everyone up like it's 1891, and they put on a play to save the house. And the play is ridiculous, and it is called A Midsummer Night's Art Heist Garden Party Escape Room Murder. And so what the audience does is they follow whoever they're interested in from room to room of the house, And so while that's all going on in the foreground, the background is that our Finn cannot memorize lines. And he really feels like the only way to belong in this theater family is to be an actor. You know, never mind that his talents lie elsewhere, never mind that he doesn't have to earn their love. So this book has been called a fight song for theater kids. It is a finalist for the Minnesota Book Award. It is for anybody who has a teenager in their life, is a teenager, or who has ever been a teenager. And it is funny and fun and swoony and mysterious.
Wow, that looks delicious.
Yes. Anything else I can get for you guys?
On this edition of Lunch with the Mayor, we are at Lil Bar. Lil Bar is connected to Hootie's Cafe, and our featured guest today is utility billing specialist Lori Haas.
I work in finance. I work as a utility billing specialist. I deal with billing for the water and sewer. I also handle any of the refuse issues that our residents have for the single-family homes. And I work closely with the utility staff on making sure the meter issues are resolved and making sure any payment applications are applied correctly and stuff like that.
So it's nice to put a face to the name because
Sure.
a lot of residents probably deal with you on the phone or over email.
Yes, we
And
take a lot of phone calls.
yeah, I can imagine. We got a big city here and a lot of people with
Yeah.
different needs from different avenues for different reasons. But
I like to be able to help them resolve any issues they have. It's also nice just to hear from them so I can, like you said, put a face to the name. And because I do deal with a lot of accounts and you don't get to get that hands-on experience with everybody. So it's nice to build a rapport with them.
from craft cocktails to a full menu, the Little Bar is a charming Champlin staple with great food and a fun atmosphere. So for the residents at home, obviously we got a little bit about your job description, but you're in the finance department, and as a whole globally, what does the finance department do for the city?
Well, we have different divisions. We have the finance director who takes care of the budgeting and all the higher level stuff in the finance world of accounting. We also have an assistant finance director position who does, I believe she handles a lot of the tax stuff and other budgeting things. And then there's payroll. And I do backup payroll too, I forgot to mention that. If she were to be out, I would be able to make sure our employees get paid. And then there's the accountant who does accounts payable and receivables.
Thanks to Lori for her hard work and dedication to the city of Champlin. And thank you to Little Bar for an excellent food and great hospitality.
Hi, I'm Pete Turok, president of the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce, inviting you to watch this month's edition of the Chamber Report right here on QCTV. We are wrapping up 2024, and we've got a lot to talk about. Planning is underway for some big events coming up in 25. We will have Darlene Song here, chairperson of the board of directors. She'll be talking about some of those events and also the strategy to action plan that the chamber just completed. And we have our member profile segment. You like it best? All of that coming up on this month's show.
Did you know that every day, millions of children around the world go to bed hungry? At Feed My Starving Children, we're working hard to change that. But we can't do it alone. We need your help. It's a fun, rewarding, and impactful way to spend your time. Plus, it's something you can do with friends, family, or even your coworkers. Ages 5 and up and all abilities are welcome. We take care of you every step of the way, from greeting you at the door, increasing your understanding of the impact of world hunger, to specific volunteer roles. We're here to serve you. And together, we'll celebrate the powerful impact you've made in less than 2 hours. So join us at FMSC Coon Rapids and be part of something bigger than yourself. Find more details and sign up for a volunteer slot at fmsc.org/volunteer. Together, we can feed every child until all are fed.
Welcome back here, the Friday Night Lights, as the Andover Husky girls with a 3-0 lead here at the Andover Community Center over a very, very powerful and talented Warroad team that has put together a three-peat the last 3 years, 3 straight Class A state championships. And tonight, Huskies have come out and put together a flurry of goals in this second period to give them that 3-0 lead. All 3 of those goals, by the way, have come within 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, and excellent job by the Huskies. Huskies came out right away. The only real opportunity that Warroad had was on a little bit of a mistake from the goal from Hills, and she tried to get it. But you saw Mac Jones with a goal, and about 30 seconds later, a goal by Engler, and then Iceland Larson with her first varsity goal, and that was a minute and 3 seconds later. Huskies up 3-0. Shots on goal in the third period, or in the second period, 14-4 in favor of the Huskies. And to be honest, it wasn't that close. It was Huskies really dominated the puck possession and the zone time.
Both the teams taking the ice here. As I mentioned, the Huskies come in with a mark of 5-4 this season. They had only scored 25 goals this season. Little switch up on lines tonight, and you could tell it took maybe a first period to get used to it, but boy, they got into that flow in the second period. They were buzzing most of that second period.
Yeah, and really, and you look on the historical statistics of the season, not a good period. It has not been a good period for the Huskies second period. That was a good period, probably their best of the season so far.
Huskies this season in their first 9 games. You talk about, hey, it's about progress. A lot of people probably aren't used to seeing Andover with a 5-4 record at this time of the year. But you got to keep in mind that the record and the teams that they have faced, the teams combined have a mark of 52-10-3 to the teams that they have lost. And they include, hey, Holy Angels, a top team. They currently have a mark of 8-1-1. Minnetonka, a loss to them. Their record is 8-1-1. Edina, a win, and they're currently ranked number 3 in the state. And then followed again by Centennial, a team that's undefeated, 9-0. And of course, last night, Benilde St. Margaret, a 2-0 loss. They're number 7, and they come in now with a mark of 7-1-1. So not that that's an excuse, but I'll tell you, it just takes a while to get things right. Off the face-off here, a quick ice is going to be whistled. No, they waved it off.
But yeah, they're on a power play.
So you're right. Thank you for waking me up. Appreciate it. Apparently, I am not on a power play as we start this third period. Working it now. A quick wrister. Traffic in front deflected. Now coming away. Here comes Hannah Olsen working overtime on this penalty kill. Just trying to take the seconds away. She in a feed there by Warroad, trying to move it down the ice, put it right on the stick of Engler. Losing the edge there. The Warroad tries to get it ahead to Sandy. First pass, Sandy takes it to the corner. French will set up near the tip. Shot there to the corner, deflected away as Hills has had an impressive night. French is going to wrist one up. Glove save. Beauty, let it go. Follow up, another save. Hits the spot. And a couple of good opportunities there for Warroad. The Warroad, they'll dial it up and dial it up again. To the far side now, a quick wrister trying to sneak one through to the corner and maybe see if they got a cutter coming on that backside. French again up top. A wrister here cannot connect. Sent all the way back. They're wondering, hey, it was with French last year, she led the team in goals scored with 7 power play goals. Led the team in power play goals as well with 7. So she's a catalyst up on that tip, that umbrella formation on the power play. Almost scored there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And what a great shot. You can see right here. French shot and a good save initially by Hills. Hills stays on her skates, being able to move laterally and able to just cover that goal. Nice job by the Huskies.
Mercal brings it in now, sets up just below the dot. Shot here, loose in front, tried to slather, tried to move it away. It's deflects to the corner there. Mac John's Huskies are back at full strength. And now out of the box, hops the stick there. of Gertis, and it goes all the way back, and covering it up will be Raleigh.
Well, I wondered if she would have let that go. I think that would have been an ice. Not so certain on that, but nice job by Huskies. Good defensive play right there by the Huskies to clear that puck and finish up that penalty kill.
Certainly this Warroad team trying to counter back, reciprocate that pressure on that power play early in. It had some great looks. A couple of nice saves by Hills and for the defense to help clear as well, but not without the pressure of that top line as well, monkeying on that power play. Gertis that time over skates, loses control of the puck. It finds its way back to Clough. Eluding a check is Andrews, and now carrying in McQuay. She sends a wrister low, scooped up and corralled that time by Raleigh.
Raleigh, nice job. She has been kind of, that goalie that just kind of got snake bit right there with three nice shots from the outside. You can't play with Jones. Jones always has a rifle. The Engler one was something you'd kind of expect her to save.
Peyton Raleigh, a career record for Warroad of 26-9 and a save percentage of .927. 5 shutouts in her career as well. Now down below, a chance and a look. They try to mount some pressure here. They miss on the outlet pass. And back again, and Huskies and that pressure may have really applied some pressure there to Warroad in that second period. As boy, they went for broke with those 3 quick goals in that second period. Finally working the puck free. A wrister, good looking Larson, who's trying to get her second goal of the game. Good stick work. Another shot on the doorstep, trying to get the second tip in. Now a backhand by Olsen is smothered by Raleigh.
Boy, I tell you what an impressive night debut for Iceland Larson. She has, that first period kind of a little nondescript. Second period came out, good skating, good movement, and muscle in front of the net. And there you just saw it again. She's not intimidated by this environment at all.
Well, and she works well in front of the net. Some good hands.
Yes.
Controls it, gets a stick on, and not afraid, like you said, to scramble for that puck in front of the net. There's a chance for first line back out there again for the Huskies, as is for Warroad. And Warroad has a first line this year that has put up 20 goals. They're going to get another look at the power play. Breakaway opportunity. No, disrupted. Nice pass that time by Mac Jones that she got a stick on top. Otherwise, it was going to be a breakaway opportunity for Reese.
Yeah, and that was did not look like I think Engler's kind of asking some questions on that. But this will be the third now power play for the for the Warriors. Huskies first power play killed it off fairly easily. This last one, Warroad came out of the third period, looked really quite solid.
Coming into tonight, it was 21% proficiency on the power play, winding up but hitting traffic on the one-timer by French. Corral's back across the ice. Now trying to put the shot up. It's deflected. Huskies get a stick down to deflect that. Back behind now. Sandy kicks it back up over again to French. French has it go between her skates. Here's a shorthanded opportunity. Moving in. Hannah Christensen comes in, shows a stick. Tops up, puts it with the peanut butter under the crossbar, and the Huskies.
No, they waved it off. They waved it off.
It's back again. Here comes Reese, reciprocating back. She tries to stuff it. Stacking the one pad was Hills. What an unusual set of events here over that course of the last 10 seconds as Christensen came in.
Wonder if we could see it. Let's see this replay here. It looked like you could see the top of the net go up. I think they missed this one. Yeah, that looked like a goal.
It even hit the bottle on top of that goal, which would have made it 4-0, but they waved it off.
Yeah, we can't see it on that one. It looks that looked like a good goal by Christensen.
Oh my goodness, that was a wrister with some conviction on that. Wow. Nonetheless, it's still 3-0. Still on the power play. Glove secured. No rebound there by Hills. As now the second power play unit out there for Warroad.
A minute 8 left in the penalty.
21% on the season. Here's Warroad on the power play. Huskies, again, can't say it enough. Win that faceoff. Ring it along the board. Send it back deep.
It's a really good point, Joe. They have won a majority of the faceoffs tonight.
Carrying it now. A drop ahead to Lawrenson across the ice. Hits the back. Time of the Warroad players. 35 seconds left on the power play. Warroad with that extra skater. Blocking that. Good job by Thorson that time. Was going to head to the bench for a quick change. But now they'll carry it in, watching to make sure. Getting in front, there's a strong play by Little. Little on her way to St. Thomas University. Anthony has it just across center ice. She'll drop it in, and Andover appears to be on their way of killing another penalty. Huskies 3 of 39 on the penalty kill so far this year. Racing to the puck. Boy, they come out with some energy and some pop. Has Andover in front. Little disrupts that shot. In fact, stops it and moves it back up ice. 10:50 to play. Circling back, Comstock now will carry the puck in back at even strength. Shots on goal, 32-22 in favor of Andover with 10:30 remaining. And a 3-0 lead for Andover, almost a 4-0 lead on what looked like a shorty.
Well, yeah, and Claire Hills was able to stop it from keep her her bid for her 5th shutout of the season right now as Mac Jones takes it behind the net. Comes back around, gets to be able to get it out of the zone, comes out to Comstock for the Warriors. Getting shadowed by Engler. Engler with a nice forecheck. Takes it, Comstock drops it, and Christensen there pounding away with her stick on the forecheck. Comstock again. Just getting pestered by Christensen. Not able to get it out. And comes in and just wide as Comstock again back. Or Anthony there. Aaron now takes it for the Warriors as they break out of their zone. Coming up, and they'll dump it in, taken and diffused nicely by the Huskies. Thorson tries to get it and drops it back and offsides as Fensky brings it in ahead of it. 9:47 left here. Warriors need to get a score and see if they can eliminate or at least cut this deficit to 2. Their only loss was a 3-0 loss, and that was to Orono back on November 22nd. They haven't lost in almost a month, and that was a home loss. It will be Gertis against shot in. That one comes off of Cheryl's shot and save by Raleigh. Love Raleigh's pads. Love the W that's split in between the pads. Gertis with the win on the faceoff. Takes it, drops it to Cheryl's. And McQuaid now looks out in front. That goes right off of Piper Andrews' stick, right in the high slot. Courtney Little will take it. She'll circle around her own net. And stepping in for it was Makawa. And keeping it in, Haley shot on. Good vision as a save is made by Hills. And we'll have a face-off in the Andover zone. 9:08 left here in the third period. Haley drops it, looks it over. We'll put it on. Deflection and a goal! Deflection and the Warriors able to scratch into this lead as Taylor Reese gets the deflection. That'll be her 9th goal of the season. With 9:01 left, we'll find out I know Haley will have one of the assists as the Warroad scores. So Taylor Reese gets her 9th goal. There'll be one assist. It'll go to Reagan Haley. Iceland Larson with the shot. That one's deflected into the corner. Taking over right there is Shelby Larson. Larson gets the puck back, tries to get it over to Iceland Larson. That one failed to miss, and Reese with an opportunity here. It's 2-on-1. But Jones comes back to help out. Skating right out in front, and that one goes back behind. Good job to defuse it by Mac Jones, and looks like we're gonna have another penalty coming up. And that's going to come to Andover again. It'll be the 4th power play. And Iceland Larson will go off. And it will be a cross check. So Warroad making a push right now. Down by 2. And really have been dominated. French now with it. 0 for 3 so far on the power play. Sandy on the half board. Gets it back, drops it back for French, but that one's taken away by Engler. Engler able to try to get around French, but stopped right at the red line. Andrews now tries to get it, or Hannah Olsen tries to get it up to French again right there. Gets it up to Reese. Reese back to Comstock. That jumps her stick. That's going to go all the way back down. And Hannah Olsen giving some ace on it. Now Courtney Little pinches in. Gets it back over right just a little bit too far for Olsen. Taken up now by Kayla Sandy. Sandy enters the zone. Will whip it around. Comstock will get it on the far side. Drops it back underneath for Reese. Olsen gets it out, and they'll have to reset. Haley now drops it over to Sandy. Goes back behind Hills. Courtney Little will try to get it out. She's able to. They'll have to retouch. The Warriors will have to retouch. Now able to get in is Hellebrenner. That one goes off to the corner. Down to 42 seconds left in the penalty to Larson here in the 3rd period. Little just holding it against the boards right now. 2 Warriors on him, trying to get it past, and just precious seconds ticking off. Marikawa now circles it, goes right into the center. That'll be shot gloved by Hills. One thing the Huskies are doing a nice job with, they're able to clear out. And Clara Hills has had no issues with sight lines, with the exception of the goal where a lot of traffic out in front. And now another face-off. 12 seconds left here in the 3rd period, or in the penalty to Larson, and the power play for the Warriors. Warriors get it over. Haley will drop it off to the far side. Huskies now at full strength. As Molly Clough now, long outlet pass, gets it up to Christensen. Tries to get through, can't get through. Engler with the poke check. And taken away by Comstock. Coming in is Thorson. Thorson gets it back to Christensen. And that one gets back out now at neutral ice for Mac Jones. Mac Jones now out in front. Big shot. Off the save. Nice save by Raleigh. Reese now. Reese tries to come out. Huskies recover. Thorson able to take it away from her. Gets it back to Mac Jones. Up to Little. Little. Gets it over to Gertis. Gertis now in the corner with it. Looks to drop it back and gets her skates taken out. Andrews tries to drop it back to Gertis. And the Warriors are right there, and they're able to clear the zone now. Courtney Little gets it up to Gertis again. Julia Gertis. Through. Comstock. Spent a lot of time on that ice. Heron now battling with Taylor Sherrills. Warriors come away with the puck. Try to get it back behind. Now behind Claire. Now dumping it back down is Brecky. Brecky trying to get down to 4:14 left. Here Haley up top. Now Comstock. Comstock, a couple of deflections, but it goes wide of the net and back into the corner. Now wrapped around. Warriors keep it in, but there's Piper Andrews. Andrews with McQuaid. McQuaid stays with it. Warriors had it for a second and drop it back. Now Mac Jones surveys it. Drops it right onto McQuaid's stick. McQuaid tries to get around Haley but can't. And taken away, but Iceland Larson able to grab it. That one hits on right on to Hannah Olsen. Olsen trying to drop it up to Olsen or to Larson, who was right perched right out in front. Olsen drops it back. Here's a shot. That one's taken away and right onto the stick of Kayla Sandy. Sandy tries to get around and good save by Hills. Down under 3 minutes now. And we'll kind of find out where discussing on where they're going to drop the puck. Raleigh's off the ice. They've got 6 skaters out there. Raleigh's going to come back on. 2:55 left. See who controls the face-off. The Huskies do. And they're right there. French now drops it over to Comstock. Comstock gets it up to Sandy. But Huskies slam the door right at center ice and get the puck back. Now Engler drops it over to Little to Sherrills and gets it over to Christensen. Christensen tries to thread the needle to Engler. Engler was cutting in front. Goes back behind Raleigh. Now Comstock, long outlet pass, but that fails to click to Reese. Sherrills gets it past to Engler. Engler tips it, drops it back down. 2:15. Raleigh trying to get off the ice, but the Huskies have done a nice job of just being able to possess that puck in the zone in the Warrior zone. Now, long outlet pass. That one, Little's back there and able to take that puck away. Now, Thorson going to pitchfork that back onto Raleigh. Shots 34-26. The Warriors have come out and had a really nice job. Now the Warriors on the attack. Saved by Hills. Jones with it. We'll have ice if it makes it down there. Raleigh's out of the net. It's 6-on-5 as far as skaters. And right there is Piper Andrews able to throw it back down. Empty net for the Warriors. Warriors down by 2 with 1 minute and 6 seconds left. Andrews again. Huskies just pinning it up against the board, trying to watch precious seconds tick off the clock. Shot, that one's saved. Right there, now outlet pass. Warriors on the attack. Comes right out in front, and in this spin cycle was Reese. The goal scorer for the Warriors. Now goes up front and a score! That's deflected. Oh, they're waving it off. It's hit by a high stick by French. And that kind of equals what happened previously. We'll bring it back down. You can see shot in right from the half board, right outside the far side circle. And French hit it with the stick above her shoulder. So that equals the goal that was taken away from the Huskies earlier in the period. Huskies up 3-1, 30 seconds left. Mac Jones with it now with Courtney Little. Gets it up. Christensen shot in by Engler and a save by Raleigh. Now 18 seconds left. Engler versus French in the center. Christensen comes in. It has gotten physical as it gets into late into this period. Down to 8 seconds. The Huskies are going to go to 3-0 all time against the Warroad Warriors. Claire Hills with the win again, missing her 5th shutout by 1 score here in the 3rd period. Only scoring in this 3rd period was by Taylor Reese on a deflection by the Warriors. Shots on goal here in period number 2. 7 for the Huskies and 12 for the Warriors. But most importantly, the Huskies come away with the win 3-1. We will be back here tomorrow for the Huskies boys hockey team as they will take on the Wayzata Trojans in another epic matchup as the Huskies looking for their first win. As you see our QCTV schedule, we've got the Huskies tomorrow. Next week, we will have the Champlin Orchestra concert along with the girls basketball, Champlin Park versus Anoka. And then following up on the next day on Wednesday, it will be boys basketball, Hill Murray against the Anoka Tornadoes. We certainly appreciate you joining us here tonight on QCTV on this early evening, I want to say matinee, but it wasn't necessarily a matinee. It was an early evening hockey game between the Warroad Warriors and the Andover Huskies. Huskies take it 3-1 in an excellent game. Huskies move to 6-4. Once again, thanks for joining us here on QCTV.